Hello again, everyone. Todd Struch, the Horror Nerd, here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival at Showboat in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I have the pleasure of standing here with one of the stars of the original Nightmare on Elm Street, Miss Mimi Craven. Mimi, how are you?
I'm excellent. I'm tired. It's the last day of the weekend. It's been a really good one. Yeah, it's great talking with all the fans. So, yeah, good.
Awesome. I'm glad you're having a good time. Speaking just as a fan myself, I've been having a blast getting to meet all of my favorite stars.
The Nightmare Babes are here.
Yes, absolutely. Well, a lot of the 80s girls are here, so it's great.
Yeah. We survive. We do.
Does it ever surprise you, Mimi, that after all this time, like some of these movies, Swamp Thing, Nightmare, have been out for a while, and the fans still come to these shows to line up to meet you? Does that ever surprise you anymore?
I'm amazed. I'm amazed at, when Wes and I were first doing, writing the script, he was writing the script, and at night I would, read it, and we'd play out scenes, and he'd scare me, and I'd go, okay, wait a minute, what about, we had no idea. No idea. It was just a sweet, funny horror movie, and, Wes had done Last House on the Left, Hills Have Eyes, things like that, but this was at $1.3 million, the biggest budget. And every penny is right up there on the stage. And I love that out of all the nightmares, and everything, the original is what everybody keeps going back to, I think it was the first one that was so smart and funny, along with being, that.
I personally think it still holds up today, which is important. A lot of movies from that era are a little bit dated, let's be honest. But Nightmare, for me, is still very scary.
Yes, it is. I was scared watching him make it. It was, and Robert, I remember the first day he came on and he said, "What about this?" And he put that hat on and he went, and I was... Yeah, that'll work. That'll do, kid. Yeah. It was great.
And thank God, because now that's one of the top horror icons of all time as far as characters.
Well, yes. And I happen to think of myself as Freddy's mom.
So along that vein, how is it? I'm not quite sure how to word this. I had thought about how I was going to ask it, but just sort of carrying on Wes's legacy, at conventions and just representing the film. How does that feel for you? Do you feel some sort of sense of responsibility and pride for that?
Pride. I really, I'm so proud of the work that I got to do with him, watching him do what he did, and I've still at these many years later, I've still never met anybody as smart and as funny.
That's nice. I had met him some years ago at a convention here in the Northeast, and I felt that he was just genuinely nice guy.
Genuinely a nice guy, and really smart. He was an English professor, before he got in the movie business, and it was always interesting to be around him.
I'll bet. Now, back to your career. I look at your banner, and sometimes I forget some of the things that you've been in. And I was a big Star Trek fan, and still am, and I loved Voyager. Of all your many roles and projects, do you happen to have a personal favorite?
I absolutely do. I did a movie with Sam Elliott, where I played his girlfriend, which was terrible because, had to smooch him. And, that was, it was called Dog Watch. And it had Sam Elliott and Isai Morales. And that was a lot of fun, a lot of work. We shot in San Francisco. That was my favorite. Yeah, I have to say.
I give you credit, Mimi, because a lot of people get stumped by that, but you had that right away. So congratulations. You're the first person to ever have one.
Okay, they didn't work with Sam Elliott. You work with Sam Elliott, you remember.
I can see that. I could get that. Oh, yeah. So Now, Star Trek Voyager, is Star Trek something that you had always wanted to do?
Of course. I mean, everybody, all actors want to do Star Trek. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a whole, as an actor, to be put in something? I mean, look, my character looked kind of like Madonna of the alien world, you know, and it gives you total permission.
Right.
You get to do whatever, act whatever, speak whatever, stand however, because you are not of this world. And I'm actually doing a convention next month in Indianapolis, a Star Trek convention. So I'm looking forward to that.
Very cool. One last question, Mimi. What are you working on now? Any current projects you want to talk to the fans about? What have you got going on?
I'm sort of retired, definitely retired from acting. I was a photographer after I, you know the parts I was doing, the high blonde hair, big tits, long legs. At a certain point, you kind of go, ooh. Ooh. So I picked up the camera. And I knew everybody in town, so I just started shooting posters. I noticed there's a Joe Dirt character wandering around here. I shot that poster.
Did you really? Oh, that's cool.
Shot the movie poster for that movie. Yeah. So I'm still doing photography. I still keep in contact, with like Heather and Amanda and some of the people I worked with, Sam, people like that. And no, I don't have really, but I'm old enough to say no. I get to sit down.
That's awesome. I can't wait to get there. I'm hoping I don't have to work until I die, but I hope to get there. Awesome. Mimi, thank you so much for giving me a few minutes of your time. It was a pleasure. I truly appreciate it. I wish you success in your photography and anything you decide to do, and relax. You deserve it.
Thank you to everybody that's a fan. Thank you to everybody that's a fan. It makes it worthwhile.
Fantastic. Mimi Craven, everybody, here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Horror Nerd signing off, and we will see all of you in the next interview.